Welcome back, Officers of the Public. It's Coruscant Honorable Police Chief APGAINS for the first day of 369 days of straight content. 0% of people will watch all 369 days of content. Are you going to be a 0%er? All right, so before we get into our video on Lightspeed bundles might be seriously negatively affecting a lot of people, and I'll make a very old white man analogy to why this might be the case. But before we do that, every day for 369 straight days at 9 a.m. Pacific, or noon Eastern, there'll be a video somewhere, randomly, 3. Dispersed in that video will be a random number, 3. And if you can compile all 369 of these singular numbers at the end of the year, right as the clock strikes midnight, I will give you a fantastical prize to the first person who can. I'll find a place, maybe the comment section of the last video or something like that. So, if you get the numbers correct and you're a good 0%er, you could win something amazing. Oh my god. Okay, so Lightspeed bundles. Lightspeed bundles are fantastic. I was like 6.8 million GP before Lightspeed bundles came out, and I got like 900 to like 1.1 million galactic power just on like random Lightspeed bundles for Ray and SLKR that I probably would have never farmed. Like I would have only ever farmed Ray if Ray 5 came out, and I would have only ever farmed SLKR if Big Titty Goth Emo Girlfriend Ray came out. But now I'm about to have both. I'm one relic away from Kylo Ren, which will get me SLKR ticket prep. I already have Ray. I'm doing pretty well. How could I possibly mean that Lightspeed bundles are negatively affecting my account? Now, Lightspeed bundles, I told you I was going to make a cool old white man analogy. Shout out to my boy Colin Cowherd, but I haven't actually thought of the analogy yet. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that Lightspeed bundles are they're very credit card-esque, right? Credit cards, as Lightspeed bundles, are very good tools. They're powerful tools that can give you some really important usefulness, some good value in life if you use them properly. The problem is a lot of people are not very responsible with their credit cards, and what I've noticed in some, but not all of you guys, but some of you guys from doing roster reviews are being a little, you're holding a balance. You're being very fiscally irresponsible with your Lightspeed bundle. And no, I don't mean the actual money that you're spending on these Lightspeed bundles, because it's your money. I'm not your dad. Unless I am your dad, then I apologize for abandoning you. But it's your money. You can do with it as you wish. But what I'm noticing is people are sticking to, not in all cases, but in some cases, they're sticking to very fundamental, very strong farming plans. They're doing good stuff. They got a good core. They got good backbones. Auxiliary ships are looking nice. They have a proper ratio of slightly more defensive GLs to offensive. They're doing great. And then as these Lightspeed bundles come out, they get caught up in these traps. And I think what's happening is they're viewing the Lightspeed bundles as the only thing they should be working on. Just like you could maybe have a conversation with someone about a credit card. You're like, oh, my credit card limit is $25,000. That means I've only spent $16,000. Which means I can spend more. No, that's not how that works. Okay, you understand that that's stupid, and I hope that people who are being irresponsible with their credit cards also understand that's probably not a good idea to completely use up your credit limit every single month. That's fucking dumb. The same thing with Lightspeed bundles. I feel like people, and this goes back to something that a lot of people were talking about prior to this recent set of Lightspeeds that we got, was I was seeing a lot of people saying, I'm not farming JML, I'm not farming this, I'm not farming that, because I could just buy it for $10 in a Lightspeed bundle, right? Sure, maybe, but what I've noticed in the 2-3 months, I don't know how long it's been, but I've noticed that people who have come back for reviews like 3 months apart or whatever that gap from the announcement of the first Lightspeed to now is, and the obvious play that would have catapulted them to success, they've foregone in favor of, one, waiting for new Lightspeed bundles to come out. So instead of getting a 2 to 3 month head start on something that they're going to do anyway, only to be disappointed that it's not part of the Lightspeed bundles, they're kind of messing up the flow, the order, the progression of their accounts, waiting. But also when the Lightspeed bundles come out, yes, adding an easy Ray and SLKR is fantastic, but I mean, a lot of people are just going to be in the space where, we all have these favorited tabs of things, and I hope a lot of you guys have squad tabs with projects of teams that you need to finish up. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. As someone who's punched above their weight in GAC for my entire life of playing this game, these are the teams, no, some of that was before GLs were out, but even since GLs have been out for 4 or so years, these are the teams that punch up. These are the teams that win GACs. It's the backbone. Yes, having a good balance of slightly more defensive GLs to offensive GLs is very, very, very important. But if you continually keep doing these and are foregoing a lot of this stuff for, you know, let's say they bring a C Lightspeed. Actually, I would probably buy a C because I don't have a C. But if you continually go down the wrong little rabbit holes and you forget all of the important things, you're going to eventually find yourself falling behind. Now, that's not to say that just like credit cards, you can use Lightspeed bundles very, very efficiently, right? For example, if you are doing your things and the Lightspeeds are out, and for like SLKR, I needed one character to go from Relic 0 to Relic 7, but it was on my Star Killer team in EP. That's good. It improves that backbone team. I can finally use Datacrons on that team. It's a requirement. Kylo Ren to 7 is whatever, but the other Kylo Ren to 7, he's going on my Seer team. It's 3 relics to get a Galactic Legend. That's a no-brainer, right? Rey, same thing. You do some stuff, blah, 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 blah. You do there. However, after that, I've seen a lot of people not go back to their whatever farms they were doing, their backbone teams, but instead they're starting brand new Galactic Legend farms off the rip. Now, don't let me tell you what to farm, even though that's entirely how I feed my family, is by telling people what to farm. But if you get a gift from God, aka Capital Games, in the form of 2 free Galactic Legends, and your account starts to get kind of tall, and you're a little thin, maybe, you know, APGAINS, I'm 7'3", I know you guys all know this. No one thinks that I'm short, I'm actually huge. But eventually, if you get too tall and you don't get girthy enough, people are going to start making fun of you. You're going to start wobbling in the wind a little bit, and people are going to take advantage of you. And if your idea of what to do is adding another Galactic Legend on top of that, you're probably not making the right decision. Think of an offensive and defensive GL as a nice little gift that you can neatly wrap and put a bow on with 2 backbone teams. 2. If you don't have Starkiller, farm Starkiller. If you're close to Malgussi, save crystals for refreshes or build up that team. Maybe farm a couple of ships. Maybe get your Iden Defender up and running. Right? There's so many things that you could be doing. But if you're starting a brand new Galactic Legend farm post 2 GL Lightspeed bundles from scratch, you're making a huge mistake. Now, some people are going to be like, APGAINS, you farmed a Galactic Legend after Rey. Well, that was because I was 99.6% done with Leia by the time the Lightspeed bundles came out. So I just had to finish that up. But if they offered me a C Lightspeed bundle right now, as I'm about to start SLKR, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I would probably finish my Seer Junda Unaligned Force User Gar Saxon ISC Maul Mando's team before. Oh my god, APGAINS. Free Sith Eternal Emperor? Plus Bane coming out? That would be stupid. Yeah. But then they're going to offer me nothing, and I'm never going to be able to do anything useful. $369 days of straight content. I don't remember what the number that I said at the beginning of this video is, but whatever it was, make sure you write it down somewhere, because this is day 1